Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, my name is Brittany. I do book reviews and I recently just started getting into like vlogs and just life stuff. But today I am here with a book review, and the book review is for this absolutely gorgeous book called The God of Good Looks by Breanna McIvor. So I finished this, I was reading this book mostly on vacation when I went to Punta Cana, and I finished it I think a week or two, once I got back. It just took me a minute to record this book review. I think I was transitioning, trying to figure out how to learn my camera. In my vlogs, I was telling you guys that I got a new camera, which is chef's kiss. It's just perfect. Everything about it is perfect. I can see myself. The book is not reversed, and we are just moving and shaking. So The God of Good Looks. So of course I have my notes here so that we can get into all the things. So The God of Good Looks was a very fun and light read. I don't have major complaints about took me forever or it was too silly. It was just a good light read. So if that's what you're looking for right off the bat, yes, this book is light, fun, just interesting. So the main character, well, one of the main characters, there's two main characters in the book. The first one, her name is Bianca. And essentially her life is in shambles. So she lost her mother to cancer, unfortunately. And then she ended up going away. So the book is set in Trinidad. So she lost her mom and then she ended up going away abroad to study, for university. She went to university. And when she came back to Trinidad, her life, it was kind of she didn't really have friends. She didn't have her mom. She didn't really have that much family. And her relationship with her father was super strained because she just felt he wasn't really around. While her mother was sick, her father went off and was with other women, and then eventually once her mother passed away, he remarried and had other kids. So it was that was his new family, and she kind of was okay. Then so she doesn't have that much friends, she doesn't have that much family. She ends up being with this man who they're dating, but he is married. So she's they're having an affair, whatever. So that's going on for some months and months. And then one day they're at the beach, and they're hanging out or whatever. And paparazzi takes a picture of them and posts it everywhere. So what makes this worse is that the man that she's with, the one that's married, he's this big minister in Trinidad. So, ministers are there, in Trinidad in the government, they're ministers of different things, a minister of education, a minister of agriculture, a minister of tourism, that kind of thing. So he's one of those. So that picture was going places because they're whoa, first of all, he's married, and who's this young little skipper that he's with? So it just becomes a whole thing. So her life is in shambles. She gets fired because the wife of the husband or the wife of the man who she was with is not gonna just stand for that or whatever. She's she makes a whole big deal. This girl gets fired. So now she has to figure out her life. So she starts doing modeling. Mind you, I'm giving you just, I don't want to ruin the book or spoil it for you because I hate when people ruin and spoil things for me. So all this information is not really a spoil. It's not spoilers, I don't think. But anyway, I'm just gonna keep going. So she ends up doing modeling and trying to make ends meet. She has an apartment, she has a car, whatever, but she needs to make money. So while doing a shoot or something one time, this guy comes in and he's majorly rude to her. So he's the second main character. His name is Obadiah. And he has this like, I'm better than you, you are trash, that's how you look. Like it's giving like, I'm better than you energy. So he comes in and he's like, he just is like talking smack to her. Long story short, he ends up hiring her for his like company. He has like a makeup company, right? A makeup brand, and they do like this magazine. But the funniest part of it all is that even though he has this like, I'm better than you energy, his company is actually like about to like be obsolete, really, because they don't have any money and like nobody's like taking them seriously. Like he's good at makeup. That's why the book is called like the God of Good Looks, because that's technically him. He's the God of Good Looks. But like he's putting on a show, like trying to show like, oh, I'm better than you, oh, you need me, oh, like, you know, that kind of thing. So they started off their relationship kind of rocky with like him dissing her, but then she being like, oh, well, I actually kind of need this job, because when she went away, that's kind of like she did like that type of like journalism, like writing type of job. So she's good at it. So she's like, okay, this guy's trash, but I could still like make money and work with him. So their relationship starts off like that. And to avoid me ruining the book for you, I'll just say like, they ended up going throughout the book, like learning a little bit more about each other. Of course, it's like tension and awkward at some places, but they end up learning more about each other. They end up helping each other like kind of like grow up and like find their voice in the spaces that they're in, because like I said, her life was in shambles, his life was secretly in shambles. They end up like, you know, benefiting off of each other. And I will say they may or may not have sparked some sort of romance by the end. May or may not, okay? That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, that's essentially what the book is about. Like I said, light, fun, easy read. So let's get into my likes. My first like, of course, is that the book is based in Trinidad. Duh, I am from Trinidad. So it was very, very nice to read about places that I know, and hear about, like how I said, like the ministers. Like it's just like a familiar concept to me. They would talk about like the newspapers and like things that I just know. And that was nice. It's always nice to connect to something in a book in like a real way. If you're hearing like things falling, it's because it's raining outside. So it's kind of like a nice cozy vibe. But I don't know if it can pick up on my mic. Number two, like I said, the book is super, super easy to read. It's going back and forth between like Obadiah's part and then Bianca's part. And the chapters, some of them are like a little bit long-ish, but because it's like fun and a like easy read, you just breeze through. I liked that. So first, when her father was introduced, he was like basically introduced as like a deadbeat. Like I was like, oh, like he's trash. But then they like throughout the book, they end up like kind of like working on their relationship. And I won't tell you if it's like completely fixed or not, because I want you to read it and enjoy it for yourself. But it was nice to see them like repairing their relationship. It's always good to like, you know, have a nice little cute part in there as well. And I like the concept of her like finding her voice and like growing from like a huge like scandal as like being having your picture like plastered on the internet and on the newspapers and stuff. That's like a lot for a young woman to deal with, and she like, you know, grew from it and like found her voice. Obadiah had some growing as well to do, and I like that they both like grew separately and then helped each other along the way. I thought that was really nice. And the ending. So I really don't want to ruin it for you guys. I keep saying that over and over and over. For me, the ending was a little flat. And when I mean flat is that I feel like there was like stuff building up. And then by the time we got to the end, I was like, this is it? Like, well, you build up all this energy, like, you know, you built us up, and then we got that. But I'm not telling you what that is. You have to read it for yourself. But I was also reading along with this girl that I know, and she also felt the same way. She was like, and that's it. So let me know. If you've read the book before, tell me what you think about the end. Like if you thought it was a good enough end and we should, like the author kind of wanted us to just make our own like understandings of it, or we could have gotten more. I'm on the side of we could have gotten a little bit more. Like if we read all these pages, you give us something, okay? But I love the book. The book was nice. This is the author, Breanna McIvor, gorgeous gal. And yeah, she lives in Trinidad. The book is set in Trinidad, like I said. And besides that, like I didn't really have any dislikes besides the end. I felt like I could have gotten more, but I didn't really have that many dislikes. The book has like really good themes, bouncing back from scandal, repairing relationships, personal growth, like losing someone, dealing with the grief of that. But it's not like too heavy or too dark type of thing. It's like a good light read. So yeah, that's my review of The God of Good Looks. I'm giving it 4 stars, which is like pretty decent. So let me know if you have read this book before. Tell me your favorite parts down in the comments. I really wanted to see like what the characters look like. Like I think this is definitely like Bianca, of course. So that gave me like a little bit of like a little understanding of what the girl looked like. But like Obadiah, I couldn't really like picture him. The guy that she was like having an affair with, his name was Eric. I also couldn't really picture him. So I wish like I could see like exactly who the author Breanna was like envisioning when she wrote this. But yeah, let me know what you think, and then also let me know if you are now interested in reading this after my review. Maybe it's been on your TBR for a long time and now you're like, I've got it. Next. But yeah, it was a pretty good book. And that's it for my book review. Hopefully there weren't too many spoilers in there. But I am going to sign off for now. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please like it. It tells the powers that be, the algorithm, that this is an enjoyable, a good video, and promotes it to more people. And comment if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. Share it with someone that you know might enjoy this book or just enjoys reading in general. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.